everyone, it is Eunagina here, and welcome to this long-promised Vampire Mansion speed build. It has been really long underway, but now it is finally here. So this is not going to be like any old speed build, it is going to be more of a speed build series, because it is going to be in 6 parts. That's right guys, it is going to be in 6 parts. I know, that is really insane. But that's primarily due to the fact that I just put in so much detail and so much effort in this build that it just took me practically forever to make. So honestly guys, I really hope you guys are going to enjoy this video, because I really put a lot of time into this, so I'll be so sad if you don't like it. No, but really I hope you guys will enjoy it, and I think you've waited long enough for this because I've been promising it forever. So without further ado, let's get started. So I actually think that this build is probably one of my favorites that I've done in The Sims 4. It really turned out to be something that I really liked. I just think it turned out so well. I'm so happy with it. I'm actually kind of proud of this build. Yeah, I think it's my favorite build in The Sims 4. I mean, I also really like the cathedral that I've done. If you've seen my gallery, you'll see it there. It's called Santa Maria Cathedral. That one is also a very nice build, but this one has got to beat everything that I've ever done in The Sims 4, I think. In my personal opinion, I just think it is a really nice build. My favorite build of all time, I think, is one that I did in The Sims 3. It was also a cathedral. I also did one there called Goldrich Cathedral and Priory. I also did a priory connected to the cathedral. It was a 64 by 64 lot, so it was a very massive lot. It was a massive cathedral with a big priory with monks' quarters and chapter house and many things. It was pretty massive, and it was inspired by Pillars of the Earth. If you guys have ever read those books, or maybe you've watched the TV series that was made as an adaptation of the books, yeah, it's called Pillars of the Earth. If you haven't read it, it's by Ken Follett. It's very nice. It's about medieval England and a huge cathedral that is being built in this little town, and sort of the people in the town and this story that sort of surrounds this cathedral and the building of it and all of that. Anyways, I can recommend that book if you are looking for something to read and you like historical novels. Pillars of the Earth is lovely. It's a very nice one. You can also watch this TV series that's also not as good as the books, but in my opinion at least, but it is also very good if you like that type of thing. That Sims 3 Cathedral and Priory is definitely my favorite build of all time, I think. It is also the most massive one I've ever done, and it is also massively detailed, just like this one. And it took me, I think it actually took me longer than this one, and it also is a bigger lot. I mean, this one is only 30 by 40. I'm actually impressed that this house, it feels massive, and I spent so much time on it that you should have thought that it is a 64 by 64 lot, but it's not. It's not. It's just 30 by 40. So anyways, yeah, but that one is definitely one of my favorites, or my top priority. No, not priority. My top whatever. My favorite lot that I've ever done. The Sims 3 Cathedral. I think it will be on the Exchange. Actually, the Sims 3 Exchange still. If you guys still play The Sims 3 and you're curious about it, absolutely go check it out if you want to. It should be on the Sims 3 Exchange, I think. I'm not sure because it's been so long. I mean, I uploaded it there. I don't even know if it's working anymore. That's what I mean by I think. I guess it should. It is called Goldrich Cathedral and Priory, something alike. And I think my username there is also Eunagina. So I don't know. You can try and see if you can find it if you're interested. Anyways, on to this one. So as you can see, I just got the general shell of the house going. I think the shape of the house is going to stay as it is now. I just need to mix up the wallpapers just a little bit, put in windows, roofs, and all of these things. I always never really know if I like a build before I've put in windows and roofs and all these things, because right now it looks pretty sad. That's pretty much the problem with me and building. It looks pretty sad until you put roofs and windows and all that. You just have to try and envision how it's going to look. Oh, and this little thing I'm doing here, I actually really liked. I thought that was kind of fun. I made like a little symbol, as if it's like a vampire sort of ritualistic symbol of some sort. Just thought it was fun. It was a fun little idea. Yeah, so have you guys done any vampire builds yet? I would really like to see some of them. If you would like to maybe link your gallery link or something to your vampire builds, I would love to see some of your builds. It's always fun to see other people's builds and what they make of the whole vampire thing. Maybe you have some fun ideas, or maybe you just made a really cool build. I would love to hear about it. So, yeah. And I was actually also thinking about, now I was just telling you a little bit about this Santa Maria Cathedral that I did in The Sims 4 a little earlier, and I actually thought about just the other day that maybe it would be a fun idea to sort of, I mean, before I joined YouTube, I had already done a few builds on my gallery, so I was wondering if I should do like a Eunagina gallery tour or something video where I showed you a little bit about all the builds that I've done pre-YouTube, and yeah, I don't know, maybe that would be fun. I don't know. If you guys think it sounds fun, then you're very welcome to tell me. I would very much like to hear from you. So yeah, that was just a little idea that all of a sudden just sort of came to my mind, and I thought maybe that would be fun. It would be a sort of a small video, and I don't know, after this massive build I need a small video, I think. I need something that is not massive. I've done massive now, I need a break from massive, and then I can move on. And then I can move on to massive at some later point in my life, but not right now. I need something smaller. I need something smaller for sure. So yeah, in this mansion I have actually moved in a couple of vampires that I made. You can actually see them standing outside the house a little bit. I don't know about the man, if I'm really satisfied with the way he looks. I feel like I might redo him, but I really like the woman. She's called Lilith Borgia. Yes, so she's really cool. Her light form, or her human form, or whatever you want to call it, is a very sort of light form. I don't know what I'm saying. No, by that I mean she's got like a almost white dress, very flowy dress, and very blonde hair and doughy eyes, and sort of very seductive look in a very innocent way. So for a character, I thought she would be like this very innocent looking seductress. I mean, she isn't obviously she isn't innocent because she's a vampire, but I mean, I wanted it to also be like, when you look closer at her, you can see some of the vampire's scarring, and she also has the vampire teeth. But if you don't look closely, if you get blinded by her innocent beauty, then you will not notice her vampire features, and you will get seduced, and you will be brought to this house, and your fate once you're here will not be very good. I can tell you that much. So her dark form, she's got black hair, she's got lots of dark makeup, and I don't know, she's a great character. I really like her, and I'm looking forward to playing with her. I wanted the guy to also be this very, and they're supposed to be very ancient vampires, by the way. That's also why I went with the name Lilith, because it's sort of going back all the way to, I don't know how long. It's a very old name. I think it's a demon name, actually. But yeah, I just thought that was a nice name for that. And so my idea was that it would be very, very ancient vampires that are living in this house. It's also why you can see it looks very old, and some of it has got a little bit of a ruiny touch, as if things have fallen apart a little bit, some of it at least. Especially this balcony is supposed to be the oldest part of the house. I will tell you a little bit about the story on this balcony, because there is going to be some story going on up here that I really like. I am going to be placing a specific statue, and while I did that, a story just sort of erupted in my mind, and I want to tell you about it, but I'm not going to do that right now because I am not there yet. But anyways, those are the two vampires that are going to be living in this house, for me at least. Of course, you can just make whatever vampires you want, and you can live there, or live here with them. That's totally fine. I don't know if I have been thinking about whether I should try and go for a Let's Play series. I mean, I know I've done mostly speed builds, but I also thought maybe I should try a Let's Play series with my two vampires. I don't know. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. So that would be very nice. If any of you have any feedback, that's always a good thing. So yes, so I'm just filling in a lot of little things here and there to just, this is what I'm saying. It's a very, very detailed house, and I mean, even from the outside, it is quite detailed from the outside. Maybe you won't see it as much when you just see it without really looking closer, but there really are a lot of small fiddly things everywhere, pretty much. But I think it's even more detailed on the outside than it is on the outside, on the inside than it is on the outside. But yeah, but that balcony there, I really liked it. And as I was telling you before, it's supposed to look like this sort of ruiny kind of balcony that has been there for a very long time. It almost have this sort of very medieval look, I think. I don't know, that's just how I'm imagining it. And I don't know if you noticed, but I put a frieze on top of that freestanding wall. And I'm going to remove that because it kind of looks disgusting, I think. So I didn't like that at all. So I'm going to move it, and I'm going to put some ruins parts on top there instead, because it also looks a little weird with just a wall standing. But you'll see. I'll finish that in this episode, which reminds me to tell you guys that this episode is going to be purely building. There isn't going to be any furnishing, any decorating on the inside of the house. That is all going to be in the next 5 episodes. Every time I tell you guys how long this speed build series is, it makes me laugh, because it is a little bit insane. I know, it's a little bit stupid, but I don't know, I couldn't do it faster. I tried my best, but I also wanted to make it as awesome as possible. I didn't want to cut down on the quality because I wanted to do it quickly. So I just went with it. I hope you guys are okay with this massive series. But that's okay. I think the largest, or not the largest, but the longest speed build thing I've ever seen has been maybe in 3 parts or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is double as much. So and I'm just fiddling around quite a lot with the phrases, and I just wanted to give you a little tip as to what I was just doing there. You could see I just closed off a room on the inside. I did that because those bigger phrases, like the one I just placed on this balcony, when you try to place it, you can't actually you can't hold down shift like you can with the small pieces, by the way. You can hold down shift and it'll only place the phrase on the wall that you are currently targeting. But with the big phrases, it is going to, that's not going to help. So it will place the phrase around the entire room that is inside the house. So what I did was I closed off the room so that it would only that room would only contain the bits of wall on the outside that I wanted to put the frieze on. So then when I've made that room, I can put the frieze and it won't put it everywhere else on the house. I don't know if any of you guys have ever had problems with the friezes like that, but I just wanted to tell you in case you thought that was really problematic. And I really have to just move a little, so sorry if my chair is noisy. Okay. So yeah. I've definitely had a lot of problems with friezes, so I hope some of you maybe thought that helped you out a little bit, if you have had troubles with it too. So anyways, I am just trying out a lot of different wallpapers to figure out what would go on this house. I didn't feel like just having the same brick all over the house would be very nice, so I went for like a variation where I had a little bit of the old brick and then some of the newer brick that came with the vampire pack, and I think that's pretty good. It's pretty good. So yeah, I tried out a bunch of different wallpapers, like some siding and all of that. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I just yawned. I'm actually not very tired, I don't know why. Probably because I just ate some very, very lovely, awesome Chinese noodles with lots of vegetables and nice things in it, so I am feeling pretty full. So that's probably why I'm yawning, because I always feel so tired after a meal. That just happens. I always feel like having a nap, and I know I shouldn't. Sometimes I end up falling asleep anyway, but today I thought, no time to sleep. I'm supposed to record this audio for this first part, because you have waited long enough. It has been long enough now. I couldn't drag it out any longer. Actually, I didn't really drag it out at all. I actually rushed it as much as I could without really messing up the quality, but you know, anyways. So I really enjoyed using these. I don't know if these windows you can see to your left, the very big ones, I think they're from Get Together, or are they from Get to Work? I don't know. Anyways, wherever they're from, I really like them. I think they're really nice, and paired with the pillars, I think they can sort of fit this style of build quite nicely. And what I wanted to say with them is that, yes, that sure is a lot of windows for a vampire house, because they will pretty much burn if they sit in the sun, but I am going to put plenty of curtains, so don't worry, your sim will be fine. They will be absolutely fine. Of course they will be fine even if there isn't curtains, because they are not burning on the inside, as the Sims team told us, but I don't know, I feel like they probably would, so I just imagine that they would anyways. Yeah, so also the arches that you can see below those windows that I just talked about, that room there is going to be the ballroom, and actually you saw a clip from the ballroom in the intro video. And yes, by the way, that intro video is going to be the intro video for the entire speed build series. I made an intro specifically for this series because I don't know. I thought my normal intro did not fit the whole spooky vampire mansion thing. So I made a specific one that was just for this build. And I really liked it, actually. So, yes. Anyways, what I was trying to tell you guys was that you actually saw a glimpse of the ballroom in that introduction, where you could see like a dance floor and then some pillars on each side. It was sort of a lowered multi-level or split-level room. The dance floor was sunken into the room a little bit. That was the ballroom. That's what's there behind the arches, at the front of the house. And sorry. And I know that I'm so sorry. I know that what am I saying? I know that the vampires, again, technically would burn if they're standing in front of those arches. But again, what I was thinking is, it's a ballroom. They're not going to have balls during the day. Who has that anyway? So I just thought, well, that's fine. That's fine. I really liked the arches. I thought they looked cool, so I just kept them there. And I thought, well, they'll only have a ball at night anyway, so they shouldn't burn. And I really, 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 really liked these ruined pieces on top of the wall instead of the friezes. I just thought it looked a lot more realistic than the frieze, and it kind of looked a little odd with the frieze on top there. And here, I'm sorry, I just skipped past a lot of this, where I just placed a lot of these roof decorations everywhere on the roof, and it took forever, so I skipped past most of it. Anyways, yeah, I really liked putting those ruined pieces there instead of the phrases, because it just fit the room, the balcony room, a little better. So yeah. I really love all of these new roof pieces, though. They're really nice. I mean, for me, it makes or breaks this build to be able to put all of these details on the roof. That is the kind of build that I like to make. And I have to say, I mean, mostly in The Sims 4, I think I've made most modern houses. And I also really like making modern houses in The Sims 4. I also think, at least up until before the Vampire Pack, there was definitely more items that fit modern builds. But I really enjoy doing old-fashioned builds. That's also due to the fact that I like putting a lot of details into my builds. And if you do that with a modern build, it sort of stops looking modern, because modern style is all about simplicity and clean, sleek lines and all of that sort of stuff. And that is the exact opposite of this. So I just liked being able to go a little wild with the details on this build, and I certainly did. I did go a little wild with it. So yeah, that's just that. So, and these wall decals as well are also just, I know everyone is dying over them. I mean, they're just amazing. It's just so nice to be able to add all of these details to your builds that you couldn't add before, and I think it's so nice. I think it's so nice, and I also love to use them on the inside to make a room look a little broken or something like that. It's just magnificent. What am I saying? Magnificent. Magnificent. Anyways, also all of these vines and the ivy and whatnot, I love it. I love it. And I am putting a lot of it on this balcony, so I am skipping little bits and pieces of that, because I was at this for quite a long time. I just kept placing more and more ivy everywhere, on the inside, on the outside, and I really like layering them so that it sort of looks like the vines are crawling up the wall, just like what I did there, but also with the green ones. And I really liked I went for the purple one. You can see the bare, not the green ones, but the ones that have like bare branches and a few leaves. I really liked the ones that had purple leaves. I don't know, I thought they looked a little creepier than the ones that had green leaves. I just thought it was nice. Yes. So, yeah, I like how you can layer it to make it look like it's crawling up the walls. And I also really love layering these vines in front of windows. I think it looks so nice when you just put it in front of windows, as if the window has been overgrown by vines and ivy and all of this, and it just looks awesome. And I really love these get-together windows. They are pretty epic for the vampire build. I wanted to use them in more places, but I felt like they could get a little too much if you use too many of them, but I think they're really nice here at the back. And that section with those sort of cathedral-y get-together windows is going to be a 2-floor library. I am in love with that. I want a 2-story library. I mean, that is my life goal. And I need to have a 2-story library. That would be amazing. I would love it so much. Yeah. So that's that. I need that, definitely. So yeah, that's what's going to be there with by the cathedral-y windows. 2-story library. That's what's there. I love it so much. It was a really epic library, in my opinion. I really loved it, and I love this. I love how you can make the vines just hang down the front of the arches. It just looks so amazing. It really does. I don't know. I feel like I keep repeating myself, but it's just so good. It's just so good. I love it. Yes. So, anyways, I already asked you guys if you made some vampire builds, I think, but I just wanted to remind you, if you have, I really want to hear from you. I really want to hear from you guys if you've made any of these builds, because I don't know, I just think it's so much fun to check out what other people have done with a pack. And also, actually, another thing I wanted to ask you guys is if you have anything that you would like me to build in the future, something that you're thinking, oh my god, I would really like to have this kind of lot. Maybe it's a community lot, maybe it's a residential lot of a specific type or whatever. Is there anything that you would like me to try and build? I mean, I can't promise you that I will do it if you suggest it, but I will definitely look at it, and if I like the idea, I'll build it for you. It'll be, I really want more suggestions all the time, because that'll just keep me going, and it's lovely to hear what other people have to say. Maybe there's something I haven't thought of myself, and yeah, I mean, other people also have so many good ideas as to what you could build, so I would love to hear from someone else what they think I should build. So please do tell me. There was one more thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I was thinking about making a lot more sort of community lots, because I feel like a lot of the neighborhoods could sort of use a little more community lots that are a little more interesting than the custom EA made. So I was thinking whether I should do some community lots. What do you guys think? Do you think that would be a nice idea to try and make a lot more of those, or should I continue making residential lot, or should I mix it up a little bit, or what do you guys think? Whatever you have to say, I mean, whatever you think, please do tell me. I would love to know, and I'll have a look at it. Yeah, this huge tree is like the best item ever in this game. I am in love with it. It's just so perfect. This big gnarly tree. It couldn't be any more spooky, vampire-y than that. I mean, it's just epic. Yeah, so, but as you can see, I've put it sort of halfway off the lot, and what I just wanted to tell you guys is I don't know if the tree would sort of disappear if you try to place the lot from the gallery or something. And I just realized, because it's halfway up off the lot, and I don't know if it'll sort of get confused and not put the tree there. I don't know. But if you can't, if it's not there and you want it to be there, which obviously you do, because why wouldn't you want a big gnarly tree? I mean, honestly, guys. But if it's not there, all you have to do is you should turn on the move objects cheat, and to do that, you need to press Ctrl+Shift+C and type bb.moveObjects, and that will allow you to place objects freely, and then hold down Alt while you try to place the tree, because it'll let you freely move it outside of the grid. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that in case the tree's not there, and in case you don't know how to use the cheats very well, that's how you do that. You can just put the tree back in, pretty much. And here I'm just making a little shrine, by the way. I really love, I don't know, I just think it's really cool. And I really like just putting candles everywhere. I did that at the end, and I just I started putting candles here. I think it was here that I started. Anyways, I started putting candles, and I was just like, yeah, I need more candles. I need more candles. Candles by the graves, candles by the other graves, candles by the entrance, and candles by the tree. I didn't really like that, so I deleted those again. I wasn't feeling these candles. I also thought it looked a little more spooky when you took away these candles, and it was only the candles by the tombs that were there. So I kept that one. And I actually just realized that I put an electrical light here, but I guess you could imagine it to be a gas lamp or whatever you want. I also changed the color to a little more yellow later on in the build, so you could just imagine that it's a flame inside there. Because what I wanted to say is I haven't put anything technological inside this build, because I felt like it didn't make sense. I don't want a TV or a computer inside a huge vampire mansion. If you need it for your Sims, of course you can just put it there. There are desks that you can put computers on, etc. So it's totally possible, but I didn't want to put it in there because I felt like the build shouldn't have that. It was supposed to feel very old, and vampires are very old, so they don't know much about technology and all of that. So yeah, so those lights are probably the most technological thing that you'll find in the entire house. So anyway, guys, this is actually almost the end of the video, and I just wanted to thank you a lot for watching this video, and I really hope you enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed making this, I enjoyed making the house and making the video, and if you liked it, please remember to like and subscribe, and also leave a comment. Tell me what your favorite vampire build is, or tell me about a vampire build that you did, or tell me what you think about this build, or anything. It would be really nice to hear from you guys, and it would be really nice if you would leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see what's going on in the future. Stay tuned for the rest of this series. It'll help me a lot because I'm a very small growing channel, so any support helps me. So anyways, I hope I'll see you next time. For the next episode, we'll be furnishing the Great Hall and a lot of other rooms, so I'm really looking forward to that one. So anyways, guys, see you next time. Bye!